This is the Leitmotif and Movement Podcast, a father and son's journey into the vast worlds of music. I am your host, Mike Ficklin, and joining me on this epic musical journey is my son,
Michael Ficklin.
This show is dedicated to the discussion of music and introducing Michael to music from the past and present. We discuss music mainly from the genres of rock, hard rock, and heavy metal. We also from time to time dive into film and video game scores, and we sprinkle in some surprises along the way. Michael, what have you been listening to this week?
I haven't been listening to as much music as I normally do this week. I listened to the assignments, and that's really the main thing.
Okay. Act like you've been busy here lately. For me, I got a chance to check out the new Black Map record titled Hex. This is the fourth full-length record from the San Francisco post-hardcore group. The complexity and hugeness of the sound on this record sounds like it is coming from a much larger band, but it is still just the three original members. The album features big, hooky choruses. I feel like this album is a positive step forward for the band. Musically, they've sort of branched out of the post-hardcore sound and into more of a straight-up rock sound. I hear the influences of like current thrice in the sound. There's some big anthemic moments, especially on songs like Disintegrate and the title track Hex. It's a fun listen, and it's one of my picks of the week. I also listened to the new live record from Haken, titled Live Forms, An Evening with Haken, live in London 2024. Michael and I actually had the opportunity to see this show live last year in our hometown. We had a blast.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. It was Michael's first time coming to a metal show with me, too.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
It was also Michael's first time hearing Haken, despite attempts to get him to check them out before the show.
I had heard them. I had listened to it.
This recording perfectly captures the live feel of the show. There's something about hearing their latest album, Fauna, played in a live setting. There's a different energy hearing these songs live as opposed to hearing the studio versions. I think they feel more lively and energetic. In addition to playing the full Fauna album, they also play selections from their other records. This includes outstanding renditions of Crystallized and Visions in their entirety. It's really impressive hearing them play all 22 minutes of Visions. Haken is a band that is full of top-tier musicians, and they are on top of their game for this live release. I also listened to the new Sleep Token record titled Even in Arcadia. This is the fourth record from the English Rockers, and as with previous releases, Sleep Token uses a variety of sounds in their music. There's a ton of diversity in the music. It definitely keeps things interesting and keeps the listener on their toes. Admittedly, I wasn't impressed with some of the singles that had been released in advance of the record, so I had a bit of apprehension about this going into it. On the whole, I feel like the record is rather uneven. It does have some very good moments, but they feel so far and few between. I really enjoyed the album opener, Look to Windward. There are parts of Emergence, Caramel, and Provider that I really dig, especially the sax during the outro on Emergence. Gethsemane is a really good song as well, but then there's songs like Past Self, Dangerous, and Even in Arcadia that just do nothing at all for me. Sleep Token, for me, works best when they strike the right balance between pop and metal. This record at times gets overboard with the pop, hip-hop beats. I wanted to like this record a lot more than I did, but at times it's just too poppy for me.
I see. So the pop virus has reached.
Yeah, it was too much. Last record I checked out was a record from Pelican titled Flickering Resonance, and this is the Chicago post-metal band's first record in 6 years. It is their 7th full-length record, and I wasn't disappointed with it. Pelican has always had a gift for creating soundscapes with their music. At times, it can be full of emotion or cinematic or both. There are times when I wish they had a singer. Some of this material is just begging for a vocalist and a good vocal melody. And that's certainly not meant as criticism, more like wishful thinking. Regardless, Pelican delivers an outstanding collection of songs here. I really enjoyed tracks like Pining Forever, Indelible, and Specific Resonance. This is another of my picks of the week. Michael, do you have anything else before we move into our next segment? Okay. So now we will move into the art of discovery. This is our segment where we go in and take a listen to bands that are either unsigned or maybe we feel like they do great music but they're not getting enough love. We've got a great selection of songs for you this time around. We're going to start out with a power pop punk band out of Canada. Their names are Full Throttle, and this is their song, Best of Times. And once again, that was Full Throttle with their song Best of Times. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, fullthrottle2020.bandcamp.com. Michael, what did you think about that one?
Throttle.
Did you like that?
Yes.
Yeah, they were awesome. I think you should check out some of their other stuff.
Okay.
Anything else to say on that one?
other than really, it is Full Throttle.
All right, so we'll move on to our next song. This is a hardcore band out of Adelaide, Australia. They're called Hvrt, and this is their song Left to Rot, and it features Nathan Stuckey.
Feel I'll never be the same. Everyone knows you're a fucking snake. No, I feel I'll never be the same. Everybody knows you're a fucking snake. I was so quick to lose. I feel it in my chest. Pull it till I hear. Roll around my neck. Why is life so unfair? Time to feel what I felt. Kick the fucking chair. Behind closed doors, scars start to form. They blow my body. Although never claim my soul. Now I feel I'll never be the same. Everyone knows you're a fucking snake. No, I feel I'll never be the same. Everybody knows you're a fucking snake. Life hurting, I feel it in my chest. Pull it till I hear. Rope around my neck. Why is life so unfair? Time to feel what I feel. You know what I am running away. Can't you hold my life and ruin everything? My face is turning blue. I can do anything but fucking forgive you. I'm not your enemy, just a remedy. Fuck it up! Yo, what the fuck is up? Left to rot, 2024. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Left to rot. Left to roll these years. All for nothing. Fuck your blood and dirt. Do you ever feel dead inside?
And once again, that was Hvrt with their song Left to Rot, featuring Nathan Stuckey. You can check out their music on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Michael, what did you think about that one?
Heavy. Very heavy vocals.
Very heavy. Yep. And you can check out their other music on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. They're awesome. Okay, for our final song on this segment, we're getting to debut a song. This is Caustic Waves with their song Quicksand. This song actually officially drops on June 6th, but we're getting a chance to drop it sooner. Caustic Waves is an alt-rock, post-hardcore one-man band out of Glasgow, Scotland. We've played a song from them before on the show, Michael. So I'm looking forward to this. This is the first time I've heard this one as well. So here we go.
Go!
And once again, that was Caustic Waves with their song Quicksand. This is from their forthcoming album Echoes, which drops on September 5th. And you can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, causticwaves.bandcamp.com. Michael, that song was awesome. What did you think?
That song was amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yes,
outstanding song. Definitely looking forward to hearing the entire album. Michael, have you got anything else on this segment before we close it up?
Other than thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you to all of the bands that let us play a song on the show today. If you'd like to have one of your songs played on the show, feel free to reach out to us at lightmovepod@gmail.com or reach out to us on any of our social media accounts. We'd be happy to check it out, and if we like it, we will play it on the show.
Yes, we will.
All right, so now we're going to move into our main topic of the episode. This time we're breaking down Soundgarden's 1994 release, Superunknown. A little bit of background on this record. This was the fourth studio album from Soundgarden, released on March 8th, 1994 through A&M Records. Superunknown was a critical and commercial success and became the band's breakthrough album. It debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, selling 310,000 copies in its opening week. The album also topped the Australian, Canadian, and New Zealand charts. 5 singles were released from the album: The Day I Tried to Live, My Wave, Fell on Black Days, Spoon Man, and Black Hole Sun. The latter two won Grammy Awards and helped Soundgarden reach mainstream popularity. At the 37th Grammy Awards, the album was nominated for the Grammy Award for Best Rock Album. It has been certified 6 times platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America in the United States. Superunknown has been listed by several publications as one of the best albums of the 1990s and a quintessential grunge album. In April 2019, it was ranked number 9 on Rolling Stone's 50 Greatest Grunge Albums list. So a lot of high praise for Superunknown, Michael.
Yes, definitely.
Rolling Stone gave it a 4-star review out of 5.
What got a point taken away?
Don't know. It was mentioned in Guitar World in the 50 iconic albums that define 1994 back in 2014. And in 2005, it was placed on the 1001 albums you must hear before you die list.
What is that list?
Exactly what it says.
Like, I want to know what the people were thinking when they were just sitting there thinking.
Well, maybe sometime we'll have to take a look and dive into that. Lyrically, the album is quite dark and mysterious. Much of it is often interpreted to be dealing with issues like substance abuse, suicide, and depression. Singer Chris Cornell was inspired by the writings of Sylvia Plath at the time. And we will actually get into a little bit about what inspired Cornell on these songs as we get into our track-by-track analysis, which we'll get started with right now, Michael. We start out with track number 1. This is Let Me Drown. Michael, what do you have on this?
I like the opening with that gritty guitar riff. I also like what they did with the vocals. It just mixes in with the song pretty well.
So, what did you think upon hearing Chris Cornell's vocals for the first time?
It was different. I wasn't expecting it.
He's got a big, powerful vocal range.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, does he remind you of anyone else you've heard before?
I've heard too many singers.
We'll come back to this.
And half of them I don't even know their names, so.
That's not something you should be admitting on the show, sir. Yeah, for me, this song just rocks so hard. It's a really fantastic opener. I love that main guitar riff. The chorus is memorable, and I find myself singing along to it every time. Chris Cornell's vocal powers are on full display here. There's some fantastic guitar work on this one from Kim Thayil, including an outstanding solo. Matt Cameron's drum work is outstanding. There's also a solid bass line on this one from Ben Shepherd. Simply outstanding.
Yes, definitely.
Michael, is there anything else from you on this one?
Just outstanding.
All right, so we will move on from that to track number 2. This is My Wave. Michael, what do you have on this one?
I like the beginning of this song. It's just amazing. Also, I like the vocals. It's just nice. I like the breakdown on this song a lot. In my opinion, it's probably my favorite song on this album.
Really?
Yes.
So My Wave was one of the singles that was released to radio from this record, and it was very popular, so I can definitely see why you would have liked that so well. So,
all right, let's hear your opinion.
Yeah, this is an iconic song for the band, and it's definitely easy to see why. The music is hooky, the vocal melody catches you and encourages you to sing along. It's a really simple rhythm that's so infectious. Musically, it's very psychedelic rock, featuring some outstanding drumming from Matt Cameron. Chris Cornell's vocal performance is varied and shows his versatility. I really like the closing minute and a half of the song as we get into that really psychedelic mood. Excellent song.
Yes, definitely.
Michael, anything else on this one?
Nope. Except for, is it really your wave?
Hey, keep it off my wave, okay? Okay, so we'll move on from that one to track number 3. This is Fell on Black Days. Michael, what do you have on this one?
This song's just a bit more, a tiny bit more chiller than the last songs, you know? Just a tiny bit. I really like the guitar riff, but the opening for this song is amazing.
Yeah, guitar riff is really good. Cornell's vocals are really good on this one too. This song, like you said, Michael, it's different from the first 2 songs. It's more of a dark, moody, bluesy rocker. Perhaps one of the most darkly beautiful songs the band ever wrote. This is an all-time favorite of mine. Cornell's bluesy, moody vocal delivery really sells the lyrics. The lyrics deal with sinking into depression. Musically, it's subdued and bleak, but it's catchy. Again, it's another hooky, catchy chorus. An outstanding vocal performance from Cornell. Thayil and Cornell are fantastic on the guitars. Cameron and Shepherd hold down the rhythm section. Dark as it is, this song is beautiful. According to Chris Cornell, Fell on Black Days is about realizing you're unhappy in the extreme. And well, I'd say that comes across.
Yeah. Some would say.
Michael, anything else on this one before we move on?
Nope.
Okay. So we will move into track number 4. This is Mailman. Michael, what do you have on this one?
When I saw the track title, I was very confused.
Oh, were you thinking about Karl Malone going for a dunk? Better question, do you even know who Karl Malone is?
Well, based on what you just described, it's a basketball player.
Definitely a basketball player.
Nah, NFL players are going for dunks now.
Karl Malone played around the same time that Michael Jordan played. He played on the Utah Jazz. He was a power forward and one of the best players to ever play the game. His nickname was the Mailman.
Did he mail the ball to you?
No. He delivered.
I liked how it opened. The song opens with that guitar riff. It's different than the others. That's something I realized. They have a variety in their how they do openers, how they do their guitar riffs.
In general. Yeah. They do a good job about diversifying.
And I also like the vocals and the instrument mixing. The classic of me. The classic statement.
Yeah, right off the bat, you get a really sludgy rhythm. Thale and Cornell are laying on that dark, sludgy, psychedelic guitar work really thick on this one. I enjoy Chris's vocals on this one quite a bit. He's like a tour de force vocally. Drummer Matt Cameron also contributes some mellotron to this track, and you know me, I love me some mellotron. Not as hooky as the first 3 songs on the record, but it's still a solid song.
Are you the mailman?
I think you'd know if I was the mailman. Michael, do you got anything else on this one?
Nope.
Okay. Hey, out of curiosity, did you notice the mellotron on this song?
No. I don't even know what that is.
Fair enough.
I have never heard of mellotron.
Yes, you have. It's been featured on some of the other records we've covered, including that Opeth record that we covered last year.
You would have to point it out to me. The name
Next time you and I are
familiar.
listening to music together, I will definitely point it out if I hear a mellotron. Anything else on this one?
Nope.
Okay. We will move right along to track number 5. This is Superunknown. Michael, what do you have on this one?
That crazy guitar riff is just amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Something I noticed in the song, what they did with the vocals, how they had it in the distance was like different. And it fit well.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. They've kind of got Chris's vocals mixed low. They're kind of subdued a bit. This is the title track from the record, and it's definitely another favorite of mine. I really dig the guitar riff on this one. Kind of feels like it has a bit of Creedence Clearwater Revival influence to it. There's a really solid bass line to this one as well. The lyrics leave this one a bit ambiguous. I wonder if it's about breaking free from religion. Cornell's vocals again are outstanding. He shows off a lot of his upper range on this. I really love the vocal melody in the chorus. It's really super hooky. Really fun song. So we will move on to track number 6. This is Head Down. Michael, what do you have on this one?
This song is way more mellow.
Mellow?
Yeah, mellow opener. But the drum just works so well with the guitar lyric, with the guitar work on this song. I kind of like how they have a suspense at the beginning before they get in the vocals. It kind of feels like a suspense.
Yeah, it's kind of mysterious
Yes.
and dark. Yeah. Yeah, the opening to the song is awesome. It's very hypnotic and psychedelic. Cornell's vocal delivery is subdued through the verses. The flange effect on the guitar adds to that feeling of psychedelia. It's a sludgy, slower tempo song. I love the trippy bridge a little past the halfway point. The closing minute or so of the song is again suitably trippy and psychedelic. This is one of the most unique songs on the record. It's a lot of fun. I like this song.
Me too.
Michael, do you have anything else on Head Down?
Nope.
Okay. So we'll move right along to track number 7. This is Black Hole Sun. Michael, what do you have on this one?
The opening to the song just has a majestic feeling.
What makes it majestic to you?
I don't know. Yeah. That's what I had written down on my notes.
It's just how it makes you feel.
Yes. And I realized the vocals were more out there than the last song. That's all I had written down there.
So this is another absolutely iconic song for Soundgarden. A lot of folks that grew up during the grunge era remember the trippy, somewhat disturbing as hell music video for this.
What?
Yeah. You will have to check out the video for this sometime, Michael. It's really strange.
It's very strange.
Yeah, you'll have to check it out sometime. It's kind of disturbing. The bass and drum work on this song is so good. The guitar work during the verses is simplistic and very dreamy, trippy. Cornell is again on his game with his vocal performance. The sort of droning vocal melody during the chorus is really hooky. He made some great vocal melody choices on this song. The almost dreamy way he sings during the verses goes with the vibe of the song. It's easy to see why this one was so popular. And according to Chris Cornell, this song is about a surreal dreamscape, and it definitely comes across that way. Michael, what else do you have on this one?
I'm gonna have to agree with you on the drums on this song. They are pretty good.
Yeah, dude.
And I think that's really all I have.
Okay. So we'll move on from Black Hole Sun to track number 8. This is Spoon Man. Michael, what do you got on this one?
Holy
wait. Did you think this was about a superhero named Spoon Man?
Oh my god. Are you...
Did I render you speechless, sir?
No, I do... You whole entirely cut me off. Just says, did you think this one was about a superhero? Just... I didn't get a moment to speak.
Go ahead, Michael.
No. I like the guitar opener. It's just super gritty and stuff. Stop laughing over it.
What else you got?
And I really like the vocals and the instrument work on this song.
Yeah, this is another one of those iconic songs. I love the groove on this song. It has a sort of tribal thing going on during the verses.
Tribal thing?
Yes.
Did you think this song was about a superhero?
No, not at all. The call and response vocals during the verses work so well. That main guitar riff is instantly identifiable. Matt Cameron's drum work on this song is so damn good. Then there's that section with the actual playing of the spoons and the killer bass line and drums underneath it. It seems like such a strange thing to have in the middle of a rock song, but they make it work. Cornell's vocals again shine on this one. It's just a fun listen. Did you notice that they were playing spoons towards the end of the song, Michael?
No.
Wow. You unobservant person, you.
Speak your real opinion. Wow.
So the song It features a performance by Artist the Spoon Man, who was a street entertainer in Seattle.
No wonder they.
Chris Cornell said that the song is about the paradox of who Artist is and what people perceive him as. I can't believe you didn't notice the spoons being played. You're going to have to go back and re-listen to this and listen for it. You can't miss it.
Oh, is this an assignment now?
Yes, because you should have paid attention when you were listening to it before. Tisk, tisk.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Michael, what else you got on Spoon Man?
Is he really a spoon man?
He absolutely is. And in the words of the Tick, spoon! Okay, moving on to track number 9. This is Limo Wreck. Michael, what do you got on this one?
I realized this opener was longer than most of the other openers.
You're talking like the intro to the song?
Yeah, yes. What else will I be talking about? The opening track, we're kind of eight tracks away from that now.
Sir, I am just trying to clarify what you're referring to. This is a Wendy's.
Can I get 2 number 9s?
Anyhow, what do you got on this?
I also like the suspension in the opening. I also like the vocals throughout the song and the instruments usage.
Yeah, I absolutely love this song so much. I can't put my finger on why, but it just pulls me right in. This is high on my list of favorite songs on the record, if not my absolute favorite. Cornell's vocal delivery during the verses is really bluesy. Then he just lets it rip during the chorus. The guitar work during the verses is quiet and minimalistic. Then we get this heavy, declamatory sound during the chorus. We get this trippy bridge section. I can't help but sing along and bang my head when this one comes on. Outstanding song. And according to Chris Cornell, this song is sort of a shame on decadence song. Michael, what else have you got on Limo Wreck?
I thought a different song would have been your favorite. Just
which one?
It's Up Ahead.
It's Up Ahead?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you'll have to point it out to me then.
All right.
When we get to it. All right. So now we're going to move on to track number 10. This is The Day I Tried to Live. Michael, what do you have on this one?
I just get a very depressing mood just from the opening of this song.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, the tone is just super, depressing. Otherwise, great song and vocals. I actually have that in my...
So yeah, this was yet another big hit for Soundgarden. It's another iconic song. The opening guitar riff on the song is sort of ethereal and dreamy. Thale and Cornell do such a good job with creating that vibe in Soundgarden's music. There's a great bass line from Ben Shepherd running through the verses. Matt Cameron's drums are in perfect sync with the bass work. Cornell's vocals through the verses are tinged with melancholy. He again goes big during the chorus, putting his huge vocal power on display. Lyrically, it's a very sad song, but the way that Cornell delivers the lyrics is so hooky. It's another darkly beautiful song. According to Chris Cornell, The Day I Tried to Live is about trying to step out of being patterned and closed off and reclusive. Michael, what else do you have on this one?
It's a great song.
Depressing but good.
Here's what exactly I wrote. This has a depressing opening just because of the tone and mood of the song at the beginning. Otherwise, great song. Vocals were...
I think you encapsulated it perfectly. All right, so now we're going to move on to track number 11. This is Kickstand. Michael, what do you have on this one?
This song is right in the action at the beginning. And it's also one of the shorter songs on the album.
Yes, it is.
But it stands to stand out because of how different it is by just how fast it's going, the pace of everything.
Yeah, I agree. This is definitely more of an up-tempo song. It feels very punk rock influenced, kind of reminiscent of songs from their earlier releases. I do like the song, but I feel it's not nearly as good as some of the other songs on this record. It's also the shortest song, like you mentioned. It's like it clocks in at just like a minute and 34 seconds. Very quick.
It's 2 minutes, I think.
Nah, it's under that. It's like a minute and 34 seconds.
I'm curious now. I'm gonna fact check you. Clocks in at a minute and 34.
Told you. I know what I'm talking about from time to time. You know, I thought you were going to say, oh, when I first saw the title of the song, I thought they were going to sing about a bicycle.
For some reason, I've had bicycle rate, or whatever the song is. Man, it's stuck in my head.
Michael, what else do you have on Kickstand?
Kickstand.
All right. Okay, so now we're going to move on to track number 12. This is Fresh Tendrils. Michael, what do you have on this one?
This has a very fun opening to it. I like how it seems to build up. I also like the vocals on the song and instruments.
Yeah, for me, this one feels a bit like it was influenced by Southern rock through the verses. I don't know why it gives me that vibe, but there is just something about it musically. I'm not crazy about this song. It's okay, but for me, it's just mediocre. I do like some of the guitar work on the back end of the song, but otherwise, I find this one kind of unremarkable. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's just okay. Michael, have you got anything else on Fresh Tendrils?
Nope.
All right, so we'll move on to track number 13. This is 4th of July.
Here's
Michael,
the song I thought.
Okay, you thought this one was going to be my favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just mainly because of that heavy opening with that. Is that a bass guitar at the beginning?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It might be, but it's got. I agree with you. It's got a really cool groove to it.
I also like the vocals on this song and the instrument usage.
Yeah, this one is a slower, bleaker, muddier song. Like I said, it does have a really cool groove. I really enjoy Chris Cornell's vocal melodies through the verses and chorus. There's a solid guitar solo around the halfway point. There's a ton of low end on this song, so if you like bass, this is your song.
If you have a bass guitar and you're trying to learn a song, this is your song.
Right. It's a good song to tap your foot to and sing along. While not as catchy as some of the other songs on the record, this one is still really good. I do like this song, Michael. It's just not my favorite. It is a good song, though. And according to Chris Cornell...
Tisk, tisk.
No, not tisk, tisk, tisk.
You're supposed to be following the lore. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
According to Chris Cornell, the 4th of July is about using drugs, specifically LSD. So there you go.
That is the furthest I would think this song would be about.
Why, just based on the title of the song?
Yes.
You thought it was about fireworks, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, when I think
sorry
of
to
4th
burst
of
that
July-
bubble. Send you hurtling back to the truth.
Dang it.
Michael, do you have anything else on 4th of July?
Nope.
Okay. So we'll move on to track number 14. This is Half. Michael, what do you have on this one?
This is what I have written down.
I like this opening because it is very different from anything on the album, which is cool.
So you're trying to say that the opening to the song is cool?
I think.
You don't understand your own notes. Outstanding. I think you've reached an all-new pinnacle, sir.
I have achieved.
Well done. Ironically, this is another short song, so, it's titled Half, so it's like half a song.
I just want to add something. I had to improvise the from. It was form for some reason.
I don't know what's going on vocally, but it's all done in falsetto. I do think the guitar riff sounds really cool.
What's that for whistling bass and me? What's a falsetto?
So, according to the Oxford Dictionary, a falsetto is defined as a method of voice production used by male singers, especially tenors, to sing notes higher than their normal range. It can also be defined as a voice or sound that is unusually or unnaturally high.
I'm technically supposed to be a tenor in my section in choir. I'm really not. I'm just a bass. Most of my section is tenors.
Maybe you need to suck on a helium balloon before you sing,
I don't think that would help.
so you
My
can
voice
sound like a
is too
chipmunk
deep.
while you're singing.
People think I'm sometimes like 18 plus.
So I do think the guitar riff sounds really cool on the song. The drum work sounds kind of tribal. It's certainly interesting musically. Later in the song, it gets a little more spacey and ethereal. Creates a pretty chill vibe. It's a pretty neat song despite its short length.
Kind of chill vibe.
Yeah.
You know, it's better than my notes.
What else
This
do you have
was
on Half, Michael?
That's it. I read you my whole entire notes
Okay.
for that.
All right. That said, we're going to move into the final track on the record. This is Like Suicide. Michael, what do you have on this one?
I totally forgot that is a track. I thought that was the last one. I was looking above it.
The drum opening it is just amazing. It's different from just having a guitar riff. I like that. It's not just guitar. It's drums. The thing. Drums.
The tribal beat of the drums to open this one is what immediately stands out to me. I enjoy the sort of dreamy guitar work on this one. Cornell's lyrics are dark and tinged with melancholy. I really enjoy his vocal delivery, though, especially once he comes out of that lower register and starts getting into the higher notes. His performance on this is very reminiscent of Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin. There's an outstanding guitar solo in the final minutes of the song. I really like the song a lot. It's a fantastic jam. According to Chris Cornell, Like Suicide was literal. It was written by Cornell after a bird flew into a window of his house. He found the bird severely injured, and then he killed it, hitting it with a brick to end its suffering.
Okay. So, I was
Kinda
not
dark,
expecting that.
Kind of dark. Does that
You
change how
think?
you feel about the song?
I'm just not gonna voice my opinion. I plead the fifth.
Okay. Anything else on this one, Michael?
Nope.
Okay. So with that said, we're going to get into our overall album ratings. Michael, give us your final thoughts on the album.
I really like this album. I just really like the variety in the openings and how they did the work on this song.
Anything else?
Is it really your wave?
Nothing to say about Chris Cornell as a vocalist?
I think he was a pretty good vocalist. What? What are you laughing at?
Michael with the understatement of the year.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe the understatement of all time.
Okay. My bad, I wasn't prepared for this exact question. My bad, I wasn't expecting it to be asked.
What's your opinion on his exact vocal range down to the T?
That's not what the question was, sir. I asked you to weigh in on what you thought about Chris Cornell's vocal performance on the whole.
I'm going to have to give this a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 for Michael. For me, despite how dark and sad this album can feel, I absolutely love it. So many outstanding songs like Limo Wreck, Black Hole Sun, My Wave, Spoon Man, The Day I Tried to Live, Fell on Black Days, and Let Me Drown. This is my favorite Soundgarden record by far, and features many of my favorite Chris Cornell vocal performances. Cornell had such a powerful voice. In my mind, definitely the best vocalist of the grunge era. He had so much range. He was also a very gifted guitar player. His loss in 2017 still stings. Kim Thayil has a different approach to his guitar work from some of the other guitarists of the era. There's a lot of psychedelic influence to it. Soundgarden songs are instantly recognizable because of his tone and sound. Thayil brings his A-game to this record. Ben Shepherd and Matt Cameron do an amazing job of holding down the grooves on this record. At times, they even carry the songs. This is Soundgarden's masterpiece and an undisputed classic. It gets a 4.5 out of 5 from me. And that'll take us to our question for the audience. What is your favorite track on Superunknown and why? All right, so now we're going to move into our next segment. This is Can't Wait, new music coming soon. Michael, dare I ask, do you have anything for this segment?
I think I need like a hat that just has like bands I wish they like. I need to have a hat. Like how you draw like names out of a hat. It's kind of like that, but it's bands I wish an album was coming out of. From. You already know one.
Yeah, the band that will not be named.
Are we pulling like Harry Potter out here?
No. Just, I'm afraid that if you keep mentioning them, you're going to actually end up summoning them, and they might come into the house and, break your leg or something. Yep, I got a couple. So, a couple of things on my radar here over the next couple of weeks. On May 30th, both of these actually come out on May 30th. Rivers of Nile releases their new record, self-titled Rivers of Nile. And Syncado releases their new record, Memento. So definitely looking forward to both of those records, and I will definitely be talking about them on the next episode. Michael, anything else for this segment before we move on?
No.
All right. So we will move on to our listener feedback segment. We did get a couple of comments on our YouTube channel. This was comments featured on our episode 21 discussion for Sammy Hagar Standing Hampton. The first comment comes from Sincere. If you remember, Michael, we featured one of their songs on this episode. And they say, thank you so much once again, Mike, for featuring us and for your kind words and support. This is an awesome podcast, and I hope I can one day do something like this with my own kiddo. All the best, my friend. The other comment we got on episode 21 was from Karen X7145. She says, cool podcast with great music. We appreciate that, Karen.
That sounds like my comments. That sounds like something I would comment. Great music.
She ain't wrong.
Yeah. Hey, it's been like forever since we got comments, so.
I know. I enjoy having them too. All right, so now we will move into our final segment. This is Michael's journey, discovering a song from the past. This time we're going to get Michael's thoughts on John Waite's Missing You. Missing You is a song co-written and recorded by English musician John Waite. It was released in June 1984 as the lead single from his second album, No Breaks. It reached number 1 on Billboard's album Rock Tracks and on the Hot 100, as well as number 9 on the UK singles chart. Missing You was the only record in 1984 to spend only a single week at the top of the Hot 100. The song was nominated for the 1985 Grammy Award for Best Pop Vocal Performance Male. It was certified platinum in Canada and certified silver in the United Kingdom.
Anything for America?
No status as far as America, as far as certifications are concerned.
I guess America didn't like it.
No, America liked it fine. Like I said, it did reach number 1 on the U.S. mainstream rock chart for Billboard, and was number 1 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100.
This does not seem like a rock song to me.
Yeah, it's more of like a pop rock song.
Okay.
So with that said, Michael, let's have your thoughts on this song.
I like the vocals on this song. I also like what they did with the background whispers. I also like the piano work on this song.
Yeah, that keyboard work is maybe the most identifiable instrument on the song.
Mm-hmm. Very, 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 very.
Did you like the song?
Yes.
What did you think about John Waite as a vocalist?
Different. In a good way. Not a bad way.
Yeah, this song has been a favorite of mine ever since I can first remember hearing it as a kid. John Waite has one of the best voices in rock, hands down. The song is tinged with melancholy. It's a bluesy pop rock ballad. John's vocal performance and lyrics are absolutely laden with heartache. Musically, the thing that really stands out to me is Bruce Brody's keyboard work. It's so hooky and memorable. Aside from the vocal hook, It's the thing that always comes to mind whenever I think of this song. Speaking of the vocal hook, how can you not find yourself singing along to the chorus? It's a great melody, and the lyrics are easy to pick up. This is one of my favorite pop rock songs from the 80s, maybe in my top 5. I love this song. Michael, let's get your rating out of 5.
Giving this a 5 out of 5.
Michael gives it a 5 out of 5. Perfect scores for both of the things we reviewed on today's show.
Yes.
All right, Michael. So up next for you, we're going to cover on your journey the Commodore's Easy. And for our main topic of conversation, I made a pivot, Michael. We originally were scheduled to do a completely different record from a completely different band than what I am going with now. Because we're getting so close to our next concert, we're going to discuss Coheed and Cambria's 2002 debut release, The Second Stage Turbine Blade. And with that said, we want to hear from you. We will read your emails and messages on the show. We have only one request. Keep them clean. There are several ways to contact us. You can email us at lightmovepod@gmail.com. You can also reach us on several social media platforms such as Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads. Details on how to connect with us are in the show notes. We are part of the SPDM Crew Podcast Network. Check out all of the podcasts on the network by visiting spdmcrew.com.
If you like the show, subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform and share with your friends and family. We are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and a variety of other platforms. We are also on YouTube. Can't find us on your chosen platform? Shoot us a message and let us know. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This helps us to be found in the algorithm. Make them good and we'll read them on the air. Are you in a band and you'd like for us to check you out and possibly drop a recommendation on the show? Shoot us a message. We'd love to check you out and give you a shout.
We'd like to thank you very much for listening to the Leitmotif and Movement Podcast.
Take care and enjoy music.